Good morning. This is Chan Abraham from Leadership International and Daybreak Ministries. So it's about the C word this morning, and you may be on one or other side of this camp. You may be an optimist, you may be a pessimist. This is a very serious situation, of course, but there are 10 good reasons to be hopeful. We know what this thing is. We know how to detect the virus. The situation is improving in China. 80% of cases are mild. People recover. Symptoms appear mild in children. The virus can be wiped clean. Science is on this thing globally. There are already vaccine prototypes. And number 10, antiviral trials are underway. It was very encouraging to hear that President Donald Trump observed Sunday's National Day of Prayer for Americans by attending a live streaming local Georgia service. And he announced that special day of prayer over the weekend, saying, "In our greatest need, Americans have always turned to prayer to help guide us through trials and periods of uncertainty." This has also happened in the United Kingdom. May 1940 was a time of grave crisis for the British Empire and for the whole civilized world. On the 10th of May, Hitler announced and launched his blitzkrieg against the Low Countries in France, and with lightning speed began a rapid advance across France and Belgium, a bit like this virus actually. Back at home, Churchill feared it would be the greatest military disaster in our long history. And on 27th May, the German High Command boasted that British armies encircled, our troops are proceeding to its annihilation. The entire front was collapsing rapidly, and the decision was reached at home to evacuate our forces from the continent. Churchill said, "I thought perhaps 20 or 30,000 men might be re-embarked. The whole root and core and brain of the British Army seemed about to perish upon the field." Seeing the situation developing, His Majesty King George VI requested that Sunday, 26th May, should be observed as a National Day of Prayer. In a stirring broadcast, he called the people of Britain and of the Empire to commit their cause to God. Together with members of the cabinet, the King attended Westminster Abbey, whilst millions of his subjects in all parts of the Commonwealth and Empire, my father would have been among them, he was serving in Palestine in the Desert War, flocked to the churches to join in prayer. Britain was given inspiring leadership in those days. It's what we need today. And her people responded immediately when this kind of initiative was taken. The whole nation was at prayer on that Sunday. The scene outside Westminster Abbey was remarkable. Photographs show long queues of people who could not even get in. The Abbey was so crowded. So much so that the following morning, the Daily Sketch exclaimed, "Nothing like this has ever happened before." In its hour of deep distress, a heart cry from both monarch and people alike and government was going to God in prayer. That prayer did not go unanswered, for very soon miracles begin to happen. And I believe that today this crisis, because that's the other C word, this crisis really does require a wholehearted initiative, truly of medical support and intervention. However, it is the time for us as a nation to call upon God. And so I call upon our nation, our Prime Minister, the Cabinet, the government, all parliamentarians, and the nation to come to God in prayer. I believe that as we do so, as we take sensible measures, as we follow the rules and the guidance, we will come through this together. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be your name. Your kingdom come, your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. And that's the thought for today.